What's up, folks? We should be live now. Hopefully, everybody's off to a great start for the Thursday. We got a smaller night slate of baseball tonight to discuss, and let's get right into it.
Let's get it, man. Had fun breaking it down with you, talking some 90s MLB, man. You really got me going. Bring up Albert Bell on Baseball Reference. So definitely in a good mood right now.
Doesn't take much. Just start talking 90s baseball, and Matt will be a happy guy.
That's all it takes these days.
All right, guys. Sign up to play Drafters. Promo code DFS 5-pack. We will try to get one in later today. I don't know why you guys wouldn't be playing with us already. The link to the Facebook group is below. You join there, and you can get tagged when we do have baseball drafts going. You can come play with us.
Let's get it.
All right, guys. Weekly and monthly memberships available through the website. Subscribe to the station if you're new to it. As far as pitching goes today, look, it's ugly, right? There's no two ways about it. You either have to overspend on guys you only kind of like, or you have to go way down to guys you don't like. So the one guy that I think we feel pretty comfortable with is going to be Luis Garcia, the Houston Astros. Is he a perfect play? No, he's not a perfect play. But as far as this slate goes, he's the guy that I think we felt easily the most confidence in. Like, yeah, you can look up top to a couple of guys, but they're a little bit too much money. This is a guy that if I were to set a lineup, I guarantee he'd be in there. He's in a great spot for the 4-point win today. We rarely play for that, but that doesn't change the fact he is in a good spot for that. See the game log. He's been very consistent.
Yeah, man. I think you put it best when you said this slate is full of guys that you kind of like that are overpriced, or you can drop down to guys that you don't like at all. So got to make a concession somewhere. Garcia stands out. He's been really good. I've been slow to buy into him, but 8,700 in the best spot on the slate against Detroit. Against the Tigers in Detroit. I think you just plug them in and figure out the rest.
Next up, speaking of the Houston Astros, it's another day of Astros chalk. Deal with it. It is what it is, guys. I hate that saying, but just quite frankly, it works right here because we've seen a lot of Astros chalk lately, but now they bounce from Baltimore to Detroit, get another crappy team with less than stellar pitching options. Reyna has coming off two just god-awful starts. And he's very prone to being hit by lefties. So check out Kyle Tucker. He made the cover today for a reason. Only 3,900. He's still too cheap, unlike some of the other guys in the Astros who are expensive. He's a lefty. He came out swinging after a brief IL visit. So seems like a great cash game lock.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's very similar to Coors in my opinion. Deal with it. Play cash games, load up on Houston. Play GPPs and load up on Houston. Or play GPPs and fade Houston and know the risk going in. They're going to be really high owned. They're in a great spot. Reyna's been not good at all the past couple times specifically. He's really bad against left-handed hitters. That said, we did talk about Reyna for a little while in the members-only video, and I figured we would because we say this basically every time an offense is going against him. He's not a complete gas can. This guy's been for a while. He's a serviceable major league pitcher. We saw Jorge Lopez pitch well against Houston the other day. No reason that Reyna couldn't today. That said, it's not the likely outcome. And in cash, you can't get enough Houston.
All right, next up. So one of the GPP pivots we were looking at would be the Cincinnati Reds. And your boy Suarez, well, again, the numbers are disappointing for the year. The power's still been there, and he's been showing signs of life lately.
Yeah, showing big signs of life. Again, really good against left-handed pitching. The power never went anywhere. I mean, this guy is always... Again, you can see 15 home runs, led the league in homers a couple years ago. Starting to see the ball, decently right now in a really good spot against Sean Newcomb and the horrendous Braves bullpen. Affordable at 4,400. And again, with Toro for the Astros really cheap, you got Toronto getting a lot of love. Cincy's going to get kind of forgotten about here, and I love them as a stack in tournaments.
Great ballpark, too. Like Cincinnati is a place for home run derby.
Yup.
All right, next up, Luis Arias of the Minnesota Twins, second and third base eligibility, only 2,800. No real rocket science here. He's going to be relatively popular today because he's really, really cheap. This kid Mejia from your Cleveland Indians, you talk about it. He's not great. This one is real simple. It's just about the cap savings. He's 2,800, likely going to get a top spot in the order and everything like that. He's not a great DFS player because he doesn't hit for major power or steal a ton of bases. But if you're looking for cheap chalk, he appears to be the cheap chalk today.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't think this is a guy that you're really scared of fading because he doesn't have big power, doesn't run a lot, but leading off for a good Twins lineup at 2,800, he could easily walk into 15 DK points just from getting, 5 at bats. So cash games, he looks like a nice plug and play option, especially because it goes back to your original point. Like the pitchers we want to play on the slate are too expensive. So this $2,800 price tag really helps especially in cash games where the upside doesn't mean as much. Cog in the machine type that you just play and move on in cash.
All right, last up, another cheap guy though, Gregory Polanco of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So the BVP statistic is one of the most, what's the best word, controversial in the world of MLB DFS. Some people think it means everything. Some people think it means nothing. And the truth of the matter, the answer probably lies somewhere in the middle, like a lot of things in life. Well, Gregory Polanco has faced Carlos Martinez 40 times in his career. That's a lot. That tells me something. And it's been complete and utter ownage by Polanco. And if you want to say Gregory Polanco used to be better than he is now, that's true. Carlos Martinez also used to be a lot better than he is right now. So you could make both sides of the argument on this one. Polanco still has power. He still has the ability to steal bases. He doesn't do either of them because he's not a great player, but he has owned Carlos Martinez in his career. In his 40 career plate appearances, he's reached base 22 times. That's enough of a sample size to read something into. And Martinez has some of the worst starts in baseball this season. So there is legit upside to be had right here.
Yeah, you talk about Polanco, a guy that really struggles with striking out. Martinez really struggles striking guys out. So this is a good spot for Polanco. It makes sense. He's got good numbers off of him. Yeah, this is one of those guys. It's like almost surprising he's still on Pittsburgh because he's been there forever, never amounted to anything. You'd have thought at some point they'd have moved on, but his upside for DFS is still real on any given day. Home run and stolen base upside, and Pittsburgh's in a sneakily good spot here.
Yeah, if Pittsburgh was any better, I would really be interested in the stack because some of Martinez's starts this year, he's got a few of them, have just been as bad as anything in baseball.
Yep.
Obviously, the Cardinals, their rotation's hurting. Mikolas has thrown 4 pitches all year. Flaherty's on the IL, so they're stuck running this guy out there every 5th day. But while every once in a while he still throws in a quality start, there's also a lot of blow-up starts. Problem is Pittsburgh does not hit a lot of home runs or steal a lot of bases, but one of the guys that can do that is Polanco.
Yeah, for sure. All good points.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good one. Click the thumbs up button, and we will see you a little bit later.
Thanks, guys.